Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the murders of a married couple who were murdered in Arkansas. So apparently on July 26th, there was a couple who were attacked and killed while they were hiking with their two daughters who are 7 and 9 years old at a state park in the Ozark Mountains. So this is the couple. And then they do have a picture of the back of the suspect, and they say it's a white male. And this is a picture of him. He's got like red ears, it looks like. So he might be a pale white male. And let's see. So the deaths are being investigated as a double homicide. Clinton Brink and his wife, Cristen Brink, were found dead on a walking trail in Devil's Den State Park in northwest Arkansas. They didn't say how the couple was killed, but they said their deaths are a double homicide. They think that the suspect likely has an injury that he got while attacking the couple, but they're not elaborating. I think possibly they found blood that didn't belong to the couple at the scene. So that is good because they will have DNA when they go to trial. And it's good for a possible genetic connection, like if they go online to the genetic ancestry sites. So apparently the two kids showed up and told somebody that their parents were assaulted. One was possibly stabbed, and their parents are missing. But luckily, the daughters were unharmed, and they're with family members now. So police want anybody who was in the area to check their camera footage for possible pictures of this person. But they do have a sketch of him, which is right here. So he looks kind of angry, but of course, whoever saw him might have seen him after he just murdered two people. So this is kind of crazy. It says the Brinks had recently moved from another state to Prairie Grove, Arkansas, near the Oklahoma border. So Devil's Den State Park is a 2,500 acre park. It's known for its rugged natural scenery, waterfalls, caves, and rock formations. And the killings happened in an area of a park where there was thick vegetation and no cell phone service. So I heard they were found on a trail, so I think they were walking on the trail. And it was a moderately difficult trail. And right now all the trails are closed until further notice. So this has me thinking about how, like, several times, at least twice in the last year, I've heard of a couple being murdered at a park, a state park, or a national park. And then I never hear any more about it. And so it makes me think, this guy could be going to different parks and murdering people. But I also think of how there's so many crimes of opportunity, and sometimes it's just somebody who would only do a crime if they could get away with it. So this guy could have just been a hiker and started thinking, oh, I could murder these people and nobody would ever know. Like, people think that way. It's like evil, but it happens. And so these cases in these parks, people are really vulnerable when they're in a tent sleeping, when they're just walking in the woods and there's nobody around. That's why, like, it's so dangerous, especially for women when they go hiking. And, like, nobody will hear your screams. So you have people that just maybe see the opportunity and they murder somebody. But then, of course, there could be a serial killer. Like, he could travel around to all these different parks and be murdering people. And because they're so spread out across the country, and because he's maybe waits years in between each time, they don't do the connection really. But what's good in this case is it sounds like they have his blood, which will probably definitely help them find the killer. And it's just so sad, like, these girls had to witness their parents get murdered right in front of them for no reason. It was probably absolutely no reason for this to have happened. And so I hope they catch this guy, and I'll keep you posted if I hear anything. Sometimes I don't do another video to update you, but I will update the description at the top, like if they find the killer of this person. And then, like, months later, if you're like wondering if they ever found the killer, you could just look at my video and read the description, because sometimes I don't make a whole nother video to update. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know about this case, because the other times I've heard about people getting murdered at parks and while camping, I never made a video about it. And so I need to make these videos. We need to document this because it's happening often, but the news about it is not getting much attention, and then it gets forgotten. And those other cases, like, I don't even know the names of the people, because it's just like no one ever talked about it anymore. So yeah, but I just wanted to let you know about this case, and I'll see you in the next one.
You told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away, but I've known you too long.